Ricky does complicate things. There's going to be a part of the game where Sakata says, screw it, and he gets a BKB though.
Okay.
And that's when things are going to be fine. But he needs like 2 defensive items this game. He needs a Blink and a Linken's to be useful.
That seems like a lot of farm without mana regeneration coming from it. Or not enough. Like, do you delay your Bloodstone in order to get that, or is that just like later into the game?
Never delay your Bloodstone.
Bloodstone's always item number 1.
Bloodstone is numero uno. Although I theory crafted this really cool build, Toby, where you go Hurricane Pike first item on Storm.
Okay.
It is...
After we just had that whole conversation of Hurricane Pike is way too expensive for everything it offers.
Yeah. Would you like to know how it went?
I am assuming not well.
It was horrible, Toby. It was horrible. Don't ever do it. Don't ask me about it.
It doesn't seem to make a hell of a lot of sense. Like, maybe if you had a Drone Ranger buffing you up for DPS...
Toby, it made no sense.
Then why did you try it?
I don't know, so I could try everything once.
No, maybe it's because you're playing too close to Jack most times and it's just rubbed off on you to make...
Dude, Jack's a genius player. How dare you?
Really? I've never seen a man play more Dota than Jack.
He plays 20 games a day, but... Sakata... Okay, I think if I was a 12k player, I could carry this game as Storm.
Okay.
So if I was just...
He's not 12k.
If I was double as good as I am, I think I could win this game by myself as Storm.
You're putting that much pressure on him?
If I added, like, your MMR plus Miracles, then Sakata could probably carry this game.
I love how you assume my MMR.
I don't need to assume, Toby. It's an educated guess.
That's 13k, bro. You just hit 13k?
It's an educated guess.
Actually, that would actually be 13k if you added the 2 of them together.
It's all good, Toby. I'm proud of you.
Hey, I got closer and closer.
I'm not trying to MMR shame.
Yeah, you are. That's exactly what you're doing. MMR is more than a number to you.
That's true. This game, though, it's quite a good Storm game. And more importantly, I think Hunka's more annoying than Ricky is.
Oh, this is a good way to make a Storm game fun. Already beating the crap out of Invoker.
Look at Storm's move speed, though, Topes.
Yeah, it's not great, but if you don't have to run away...
The one hero that's worse than his in this game?
Yeah.
It's Invoker.
So, 280 versus 285. Literally by 5 points, that's all. And it looks like Puppy just doesn't want to be part of this. I suppose if he does, he's going to take damage from Remnants too much.
I still felt like he would have made a difference here.
I think he's waiting for the Courier too.
Yeah. This is like a really weird matchup because it's the battle of 2 mid-heroes that can't kill each other. Because if you think about it, what does Storm do to really have kill potential on Invoker, and vice versa, right?
Unless Invoker's too far out, then yeah, you're right, it won't happen. But now you got the double wave underneath the tower. And Invoker's still got a hell of a lot of CS, and the fact that mid one's managed to hold the creep wave in between the towers.
No, this is fine for him.
Yeah, that's good.
You get double wave, but you're able to farm it out. It's like, no problem.
God, Puppy has been waiting forever for this Courier.
No.
And he's not even going to get it. Dogfight
he's going to give it... Oh, they're so smart.
Yeah.
He has 1 iota of experience so far, Toby. He's going to get this, he's going to get this rune.
Alright. Radiant Sentry's down. Unfortunately for IG Vitality, the one thing not going right for them is the fact that Sentry's too far north. It doesn't see the obs. But In July is using his Observer Ward just behind the tower to leech the experience off Yapsaw. Mr. Support Batrider, something we haven't touched on at all so far in this game.
This top lane, though, it's going pretty well. Like, this Doom is doing fine.
It's easy harassment too, right? Like, MP comes in, you just smack him with Infernal Blade. You saw Cloud9 doing something similar with, with the support Doom in that game, though.
That's the upside of playing against a Ricky Batrider support duo. That is such an incredibly greedy support duo. Neither of them have a stun. They don't really pressure very well. Batrider, of course, we saw yesterday in OG versus DC, where Dubu played it, but at the same time, he had a Sand King. So it wasn't as greedy.
Puppy is wasting so much... I want to say so much of his own time, but it's also... Oh, Yapsaw. Actually, with the Frost Blast and the Infernal Blade, he just lost his Firefly.
Oh,
this could be
quite
first
dead,
blood.
sir.
One more attack from Super would do it. He turns around for a sticky Napalm, but that lets In July come in range. And first blood goes the way of the offlaner of IGV.
Yeah. And In July at the same time, he got very lucky. He picks up the best creep in the game. Is it? Maybe the HP regen one is quite good too. It's a toss-up. It's close.
One lane to flag is the lane with the largest amount of denies so far. It's Kezu. Down on bottom lane against Paparazzi. So 14-1 against a 15-11 Clockwork. He's already got the PMS, so it looks like Paparazzi's harassment's doing little to no.
He went
problems.
the correct build on Clock. He went PMS into Wand. That's exactly how you
Poppy,
beat a Weaver.
here you go. Here you go. You waited 4 minutes for this, and you waited
no!
4 minutes for this?
Puppy.
Ah! Balls.
Puppy. Oh, that's so disappointing.
After the unkillable Witch Doctor in game 1, he cannot kill a donkey.
That was not the expenditure of time that you were looking for.
He's level 2, but he has managed to steal a lot of the runes. He stole the haste rune away from the Kunkka, and actually made it so Kunkka walked all the way down to the bottom rune to grab it. That was just after the 2-minute mark.
Yeah.
So he has been a nuisance.
They want to kill mid, by the way. Look, if he gets his Torrent, they're going to follow up with the Frost Blast. Sakata's going to come in too. He skilled the
Vortex
pull
early
for this.
Yeah, they really wanted it, but now with the Ice Wall mid one, X mark spot pulls him back over again.
He misses the high ground.
And now trouble, they've got him. They still managed to pick him up.
Yes. And interestingly enough, Sakata, by the way, went for the double Null Tossman build, which...
In July? An MP, Ringer Rosie, a pocket full of MP, and, well, no tissues. Tissues, who's gonna fall down? They just keep running around in circles. Cue Benny Hill theme music at the moment. No one wants to touch it.
He's just gonna walk away. But at the same time, this is not how you wanted to start the lane. MP, gonna get Infernal Bladed. The salve is still on in July, so he feels comfortable diving for this. MP doesn't have a TP, trying to eat his way deeper.
Yeah, he actually cut through with the Quelling Blade to start with, then eats
2
the
seconds.
Tango. And a little bit further down, cuts in another way. Back
he
over
gets
to the
mocked!
Desire Creep Wave in July, doesn't get all the way through. When his own creeps work against him, they're only minions, they don't know the greater plan.
They weren't working with him, Toby. They weren't working with him. But at the same time, this is still... That's a level 2 Ricky, Toby.
Hang on, did Yapsor just steal the stack? I think Yapsor may have just stolen the stack that was being prepared for the Storm Spirit. There was a triple stack in this camp, and it was blocked up by the Observer Ward. And Yapsor, I just saw him disappear with almost no mana, but now 3.5 levels.
It looks like they want to try to go for mid. He's going to summon the Forge Spears right before he hits 6. They drop the Cloud, but that is a level 2 Ricky. Can't have any impact.
MP's dead again. Oh, I say again. No.
He's so good at that.
He just walks out.
Oh, and mid lane, mid one, gonna get gone on.
X Mark Spot's gonna drag him back in. He's gonna play from the other side of the Ice Wall. The Sentry Ward is down, so Ghost Walk will not allow him to escape.
This has been so brutal for him. Even though he has good CS, so does the Storm. And again, they need Puppy to start having some impact in this game. Because this Kunkka right now is just cleaning up.
Well, they bring in Kezu instead. Mr. Level 6, Mr. Highest Net Worth on the board.
They were hoping that he was going to go for the Shrine up in that area, but instead he's going to go for the Bounty Rune and probably Shrine up at top.
Yep.
Which is what I would imagine he does. He's pinging in July, doesn't really need this.
Super needs it. Dogfights needs it.
Yeah. So that's quite a bit of time expenditure by Kezu, who thought he was going to come bottom. Probably gets a kill too.
As a mid laner, how do you feel when you use the off laner Shrine?
Oh, you feel amazing. When you keep your Shrine up, you're just like, that's another free 3 bottle charges, essentially.
Oh, they dusted. It's Ricky Illusions. They've gone on both of the illusions, but not the real Puppy. 180 gold down. Or 90 gold.
That's like the most minor nuisance.
Nothing but the fake.
Yeah, you're slightly bothered by that, Toby. That's a hangnail.
And you get triggered.
A little bit.
But you've just got the happy feelings of taking someone else's shrine that's not yours. So, balance in everything.
Exactly. In July, it's just like, guys, come on. I'd full everything. You don't need to do that. And this Doom gonna make his rotation over too. They don't have wards for this. Mid one is playing a little bit scared. He's gonna send the Forge Spirit north. Very smart of him. In July, gonna check for the rune. Doesn't get it. It's in fact bottom as Yapsor picks that up. And this rotation is gonna fail. But nothing really lost as Lich manages to soak up the XP at top, gonna get his
Kezu.
10.
Hook shot. Yeah, dogfight. You taunt that. You taunt that. You just got trapped inside the cogs. The Sunstrike will connect, and mid one
That's a big
gets a
kill
much
for him.
needed kill. But does Puppy and Kezu get out of this? With Paparazzi here, he throws out the swarm, already hitting into Kezu as well as Puppy. Puppy back into Invis, puts down the smoke screen, trying to buy more space for this Clockwork, who has 7 1-charges available, puts in the cogs. Paparazzi wants to burn himself if he wants to get out of this, which he does not want to.
Yeah, it's completely out of mana, and they're gonna get out scot-free. Invoker gets a kill, and he gets the full wave of CS as a result. Gets the kill with the Sunstrike, doesn't have to be there. Forces the Storm to use all his mana and that rotation. Pretty good for Secret, despite the early go of things.
The one lane which is really problematic, though, is still MPs. Like, you wanted net worth on this like, and he's at 2.2k net worth. He's down the middle of the pack, and he's meant to be the alpha wolf. Or dog. That's my first pun of the cast.
I like that.
Yeah.
That was a... I'll give that
Get
a
you
V
score-
plus.
You want scorecards?
Get it?
A
I
V?
also did it. A V plus. Alright, Toby. I tried for that.
Yeah.
I shot my shot. I've got no regrets.
Reaching. Paparazzi's having the time of his life on bottom now. More space for him, and he's catching up very, very quickly to the net worth, but it's IGV who are making the play. Injuly has been pressuring this top lane so hard. MP doesn't have a wolf to scat at anything, but Kezu's rotated up, and so is Yapsor. Mr. Level 5 Yapsor, they hookshot forward over towards Kunkka. Once again, the target of Kezu's hatred. And Dogfights keeps his run going. Meanwhile, the dog
he's
pushing
taunting.
in July, and now, well, he may as well, right? Because he's got friends arriving. It's a Soul Spirit, so he may die, but it may be also for the greater good. Kezu has had to rotate back over. Interesting to see that the Lycan didn't go with him. Instead, he was pushing the other 2 heroes back.
Yeah, and meanwhile, again, this is all just space created for mid one, who, despite starting the game 0-2, picks up a kill for himself, 1 and 2. Just doing fine in net worth, no issues whatsoever. As
It's going to be an 11-minute Midas.
they're doing so much for this Storm mid, and yet, I mean, this Invoker has not suffered that much.
TP's to bottom lane. You can actually say hello to MP. So, lane switch up, they'll let Yapsor take the top lane. Probably the one that can survive underneath the tower, even though there is 4 points up in Scorched Earth. He only went 1 point up in Devour for the Doom. So in July, he's got the big regeneration, and he's eyeing off that tier 1 tower.
Is he gonna Doom for this? He needs to if he wants to kill.
Frost Blast and Infernal Blade. He doesn't want to Doom. The lasso dragging him back underneath the tower into the Sunstrike. It will miss both
that
in
hits.
July as well as Super, but they'll still... Okay, maybe in July can't take that tower. With the help of Dogfights and a Creep Wave, they can. And in fact, Dogfights are just going to come in and be denied.
Really needed that Sunstrike to hit. Would have gotten the kill on the Doom. Maybe even potentially save your Bat Rider. Actually, Bat was probably dead.
They're going to attempt to kill Paparazzi. Kezu's got to go for this hook shot in.
They need the hook into the smoke into...
They got the combination on the Kunkka last time.
Yeah.
Just hold him inside the cogs and Puppy can do the rest.
Yeah. Then you load up with the Sunstrike, which they're waiting for right now. Invoker needs to queue it up.
They don't have Howl. So Paparazzi will show himself. Kezu's still looking for the angle, but if he fires the rocket, then Paparazzi is fully aware of what's going on. And Puppy can't go in underneath the tower. That's more suicide. So Dogfights will arrive. Ghost Ship is available. So they have that big ulti combo. So the ship is on its way. And, well, dragged back in. The Lycan in dog form starts his run. He needs to survive the hook shot forward. Kezu trapped in Dogfights. The Sunstrike will get the kill. Super couldn't do much to stop it, but Kezu getting out of this one alive. Maybe problematic, but here comes Yapsor. The Doom is on him. The Firefly is down, so Paparazzi Ninja Live burning inside of that, but Puppy attempted the denial on his teammate. Unable to achieve it, however.
Yeah. And yet, this Riki gonna stand bottom. Again, doesn't have too much impact here as he's only level 5. Not the kind of engagement that you wanted. As he blinks forward, drops that smoke screen, tries to stop the tower from going
Storm
down.
wants mid.
Gonna try to go for the deny.
He's got a double damage rune. Yeah, he's gonna kill mid one. He's just taking him from hero to, well, 173 HP, and then Kezu...
You really want to do this?
Yeah, I don't think he's realized that was a double damage rune. Jump forward, couple of one charges are available. You trigger him.
He's got one more.
Movement speed up the hill and away. They'll be able to shrine and stay alive. In July was nearby, but not close enough to really get the kill.
And now he's got to get out of this. As Sakata, good attempt by him, but not quite enough mana. This is going to push it away, but mid one, he's there.
YapzOr needs to hold a good position. Here goes your Lich ulti. It's bouncing back in towards YapzOr.
Oh, this is not the fight you want to take.
It's too much damage onto Team Secret. Mid one will fall. He'll actually go down with YapzOr. Triple kill for In July. The Doombringer brings the hate. And Team Secret lose 3 in the mid. Lich ulti effective, huh?
That was so good by them. IGV, they ran all the way from bottom anticipating the fight. They didn't have a TP, Toby. They ran all the way up. They anticipated that engagement. They popped the shrine. They were so confident. They're thinking to themselves, the Storm has 100 mana. We're going to get a kill on him. Instead, it's the turnaround. IGV sandwiched them. And it's just a massacre. And once again, I don't want to harp on this too much, but this Riki, I don't know if it's just the function of the pick, but he's just not had a real purpose in this game.
Well, if there was a courier snipe, it would have been more. He took a couple of bounty runes, the combination with the clockwork, you can understand the logic behind it at least.
Of course,
but IGV's just playing the position perfectly.
Yeah, he just... I think it's less a puppy and more just the hero pick itself.
Yep.
Hasn't been able to have the kind of impact.
Torrent's going to miss his target. MP going into dog form with a ship flying over the top, and with the help, that's still a very big Storm Spirit to try and kill up. They're attempting it. MP, run away, get that bug off for you. Let Kezu do the work. The Sunstrike, it connects.
This Storm is all in for this.
Oh, at least he can get one. Mid one's there to help out. He's already got the kill on Paparazzi because he missed the timeless moment, and with a vision from the rocket, a quick jump, dodges the last attack. Tornado, it picks him up. Does he die from the fall? Yes, he does. Mid one gets the 2 biggest kills he could have asked for. He gets the Storm and he gets the Weaver.
That was such an overcommitment by Sakata. He really wanted that Lycan kill, but probably not worth it just to feed Invoker all that net worth. Invoker who just died all the way on top of the net worth charts with those 2 core pickups. Now Secret making their rotation into mid. YapzOr doesn't quite have that Blink Dagger, instead opting to go for the drums. This Lich just holding the lane. They're just waiting for their cores to respawn, but IGV with a slight overextension gonna blow their gold lead just by a little bit.
140 damage catapult. He alacrity the catapult. Just watch it hit it once when the when it's no, the alacrity's gone now. It's no longer.
I was gonna say, Toby, that was incredibly mediocre.
No, the first hit was really good.
I was just messing. I saw the first one.
Son of a bitch. Bat Rider,
you lined me up.
Vortex him back in.
That's a 3-man rotation. They know Puppy's behind that tower too. Maybe they think there's a ward behind there. Would probably be a waste of a sentry though, considering that there is not.
Dogfights to bait him out. Like, you want to kill our courier? I can still kill you. Actually,
Doom,
Puppy is worth less than a courier at the moment.
This Doom, Toby, is incredibly farmed. He's taken the 80 Devour gold bonus gold. On top of that, he's got a Shadow Blade and a drums. There's no way that mid one is really safe. You've got to sit heroes behind him. That hero is going to be Kezu, who, despite having such a good start, remember we talked about how many denies he had, how well he was doing. And if you want to talk about it, the denies probably came from his cogs.
Very true. So it was nowhere near as impressive as it looked.
Yeah. But his CS was good. And at bottom, no one's here to defend this tower. Impressive. Getting this mid tower would be good.
Yeah, it's going to be a trade-off. They're letting Super do it at the moment. Top lane, YapzOr's in trouble. In July, cannot get close enough to him. Actually, he can to get the Infernal Blade. YapzOr again, turning just to lead that cheeky, sticky napalm.
That is a lot of damage, though. You've got to be careful in July. Sunstrike is still available. Sakata gonna go make his move for this mid tower.
Okay, Team Secret have just had enough. Like, we're not taking a fight. We're just gonna try and take towers. I took the tier 1 tower on bottom. Now they've burnt the fortification. Kezu's ready to initiate. They've got the best vision on the map in this area. Everything to the north they see. Everything else can be hookshotted by Kezu.
They shouldn't give up this tier 2 tower at bottom, though. This is a significant tower. It was a full HP tower. I guess they don't have any TPs, so they don't go for it. But
they're
it is
rotating mid
unfortunate
now.
that they lose that.
And they just don't want to fight the Lycan. Is that it? Like they feel like Lycan's hit a point, or he's strong. We've seen the Lycans, at least. Like, I'm going to use Arteezy because I've cast 3 of his Lycan games already, where he goes for this early Necro book. Hey puppy, get a courier now. Actually,
all been worth
backstabbed
it.
Yeah. Okay, Puppy now has a purpose again. But it's the fact that you get these Necro. Like, he just rushes Necro on the Lycan. And it's around this time he does so much damage. And so much push power. But this is a not that type of Lycan. In fact, he was looking at Diffusal Blade, now he switched himself to Echo Saber.
Yeah, I don't know why he was opting to go for the Diffusal at first. I feel like he needs a little bit more damage more than anything. Or to turn himself into a Roche-taking hero, which Echo Saber does for you. I think going for the Necro build, though, doesn't really have a lot of viability here. Just because the Storm doesn't care about that, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to want to put yourself into a build where you're going to go with Blissful Blade. And that's going to be a Storm with a Bloodstone.
Good observer watches mid one very, very closely, and X marks the spot. They'll commit the Conquer ship, low cooldown, and X marks. I was a little bit late to pull him in. Tricks of the trade as well. Smoke screen from Puppy causing a couple of problems, but not enough. Invoker is still doomed up. Kenzo has hookshotted himself forward, and Puppy back into the fight, puts down the smoke screen on top of the Conquer, trying to give Kenzo any chance to fight this,
at least
but
gonna
Puppy
get
gets
dogfights?
scattered out. They get dogfights, but they won't get anything else. It's a 3-for-1 trade-off. Space for YapzOr and MP to farm, and that is all.
Yeah, immediate TP out by the Lich. Storm gonna go grab his Bloodstone, immediately gonna go into the Orchid. This is quite a farm Storm now. He has solo kill potential on pretty much everybody, as long as he's got one person with him.
All he's looking to
YapzOr
top.
up at top, he's got the Bloodstone. Charges would be good, but
They
doesn't
don't
know that he's alone.
They don't have clear vision.
If YapzOr moves into the left of this, though, that'd be quite dangerous.
He's just... Oh, they see him for a second while Flame
Oh, he's
Breaker's
gonna see him
there.
now?
Yeah, they definitely know, and there's your jump. Stolen Spirit. Goodbye, Batrider. He came in for just one more wave push. That's all he wanted with the Flame Break, and, well, cost him his life.
Just a little bit too greedy. Cicada, good game sense there, decides to go for it. Goes with a good talent tree, too.
You can understand why he did do it. Like, that Blink Dagger was so close.
Was he close? Yeah,
he was getting pretty close. If he could farm this wave and then just back up into the jungle, he would have had it for the next fight.
Yep. But going for that extra creep wave always gets you killed, Toby.
It does. Puppy to the bottom lane. He's got a little of extra help. It's going to be the hook-shotted in Kezu to catch Paparazzi, but they have to keep him controlled. Smoke Screen at least does wonders against the Lincoln Sphere because he doesn't care.
Yeah. Would like to see him get out of here, though. Feel like Paparazzi, don't need those two creeps. Doesn't really change the impact of the game. The rest of your team is shoving out lanes right now. So Secret only have one move to make right now, Toby. If you look at it, just because they are shoving in mid, they still got this tower. This top area is being shoved in by Cicada, and if no one's responding to either of these lanes, then just by some logical deductions, you can assume that they're bottom. That's a very educated guess.
Well, Sunstrike gets us from Team Secret. The Roshan's happening in July. Was already taking way too much damage. Kezu wants the hook shot. Puppy is body blocking him for the moment.
Oh, yeah,
and they've lost their vision. They just jump in. Kezu wafts the hook shot well away. He'll get the cogs down, but the kill's already happened. As you said, the Batrider dies up on top. Puppy, another courier snipe.
Get it.
Yep. And run away.
That's a max backstab hit.
And MP as well as mid one are going to try and force IG Vitality to come back. There is a catapult here, and they're already back. Dogfights as well as Paparazzi here for the defense.
Still absolutely not worth it. You get a courier, but you lose a Batrider who... Toby, remember how close he was to his Blink Dagger? He's getting increasingly further away.
Yeah.
Has no space on the map to farm. Because this Invoker also has to farm. I talked about it yesterday. I said Invoker has a lot of empty net worth. Because at the end of the day, you've got a Hannah Midas and an Aghanim Scepter, but you've got no defensive items. You need this Aghanim Scepter minimum to get into fights to begin with. And at the same time, you still want your team to set up fights for you, but this Clockwork Initiation against these kinds of cores of IG Vitality just simply isn't enough anymore. They need the Batrider to get this Blink Dagger to do something.
Oh, Tornado! Won't reach, and he didn't have his hook shot.
There's a BKB up now too on the Doom.
God damn.
It doesn't get easier.
It really does not. But at the same time, I'm still wondering, like Team 2 could still believe fully, and I think they are, still in this game, because you're running the Hand of Midas on both the Lycan as well as the Invoker. They're still efficiently farming up, and YapzOr just needs to get his Blink Dagger, and he's going to do his job as a support. Jump in, get the lasso on like a half-decent target, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Cogs to split up the fight. Puppy just being the nuisance that he is. Take out couriers. They drop a sentry ward. As Puppy broke the smoke, the dust will hit on him. Puppy dies, nothing of value is lost. Unless MP, oh, okay, tricks of the trade. They hold In July in position. Inside the cogs, he'll burn the BKB. Doom is available, and he puts it onto the Invoker, allowing Storm to jump in further. They have to get back to the range of the Shrine. Lycan pulled back in. The Torrent, it gets both Puppey as well as MP. The Lich ulti, it bounces up and does reach the Lycan. Puppey so low, the dust will reveal him. Parazzi puts the hook in, and Kezu cogs up to the tornado. Will fly through as well. Will it be enough with the EMP burn? Storm Spirit, he's gonna find the kill on the Invoker mid one. No! He's invis on 33 HP. Now he'll actually commit into the Sunstrike as well as the Shrine. Mid one's back to full life. They've got the Storm Spirit. YapzOr gets it for 555 gold. And they want more. They really want more. Kezu doesn't have a lot to fight with. He's got 4-star and 8-1 charges available. Mid one's busy pushing the creep wave out. I think now he realizes his teammates are in trouble. Kezu, so low, already used the 4-star, gets the bug off him in time, but the Storm Spirit's back to the fighting lines, looking towards mid one. He runs east as far as he possibly can, out of mana, and given a juicy distraction, which is YapzOr. Mid one back into the safety of his own tower. Puppey jumps forward. The Cold Snap didn't go on Paparazzi. His Lincoln Sphere protected him. The Team Secret scrambling the defense, and they did use a buyback on Puppey, and that is the only one.
That was so close for them to be able to just stomp that fight. If they were able to kill the Invoker there, there's no turnaround potential, because the majority of that damage on that Storm came from that Sunstrike. Mid one barely living though. They're keeping their hero alive.
In July's gonna have another crack.
He's gonna go for it again. He doesn't have Doom though. Immediately gonna go invis, no follow-up from his team. Storm is a little bit too far away to make that full distance jump committal.
I think Puppey's hunting for the courier once more. He'll be able to find a bounty rune.
That's the life right now.
Okay, does Storm Spirit pick? It's like, yeah, guys, someone grab my rune.
He's gonna give away the position of the Riki, but doesn't change too much as Puppey pinging out the heroes.
Yep. I'm not exactly certain what he wants for help. That's a double damage in the Storm Spirit.
I would really like, by the way, for Cicada to go for a dust.
They're smoking up. It's a 3-man smoke, but they're running to the south. Now, vision-wise, the only vision they have right now is of Dogfights and Super in the mid, and Puppey is stalking the Storm Spirit. Push down the Observe Ward, now they get vision on it in July. All the information is there for Team Secret to make the right choice. And it seems their choice is to piss off. They're running away.
This Lich, about to get a 4-staff himself. The kite ability on their team is going to be insane. It's just so hard for them to keep up. And 4-staff, Toby pretty much renders this Riki obsolete. Same with the Clockwork. So the only heroes that can really have an impact in this game are going to be this Lycan and this Invoker. They're going to be very core dependent here. MP going to go for that BKB instead of opting for that Lincolns that we so often see. There's so many different ways to counter him though, especially with this Diffusal picked up on this Weaver. What does your Lincolns really do in this situation? Mid tier 2 going to be taken, and IGV probably want to try to force a fight and then go for a Roshan. If you get a Roshan on the Storm, then he can just zip in all the way in for that Invoker. Once you kill mid one, the fight probably ends there and after.
Yep. Puppey's still continuously sniping out these runes. They have to cotton on to the fact that he is just hopping around the back. And maybe they don't. Maybe he gets himself... What's this now? The 4th courier? It did the delivery. Smoke screen is down. Puppey tricks of the trade just to go invis. Starts his TP out. Sentry Ward's down and Puppey will die.
That's a Bloodstone charge, but he did snipe the courier with the Orchid.
It had the second Oblivion Star on
bottom.
Wow, they actually got the Weaver? They may get more. In July is going to burn his BKB. That's now down to 8 seconds duration. Dogfights gets the X mark spot. It's over on Kezu. He doesn't have 4-star for another 4 seconds time, and he'll be dead before that timer is out.
Yeah, and it looks like they might still want to keep going, but instead IGV a little bit too far away. In July does have that Doom available. Secret thinking if they can get any more, but that'd be just a little bit too greedy.
That's fantastic for Team Secret. Like, you lose your Clockwork as well as your Riki, sure, but you still got a kill on a Weaver. You assaulted the bottom tower, and Dogfights. Cold Snap is a real pain in the butt when you got dot effects on you. The Sunstrike will be able to connect, and Dogfights goes down. Mid one, finding more and more kills on this map. IG Vitality are giving more and more opportunities to Team Secret.
That's exactly how you do it too. You just get these mini pickoffs, you force IGV to overextend and make this Invoker incredibly annoying to play against. He's about to pick up a BKB of his own. He's got the money for it.
Almost got the yields as well for Kezu. So he'll have himself a little bit of disable as well. You got another 4-staff on the way for Yapsaw. They're just a little bit behind for everything. The only one who doesn't have anything is Puppy, but hilariously enough, he's got as much net worth as Lich has.
It's a Lich game. You're sitting behind people.
No fun for us. No fun for anybody. Puppy's getting money from killing couriers.
That's good enough. He's getting the last hit in some couriers.
Is that 4? Counter is at 4 right now? For how many he's
got 3.
killed?
I think he's got 3. 2 or 3.
IGV running up the mid in July, leading the charge onto the cover of smoke.
I'm wondering if they're going to find anything here as IGV.
Their line's drawn exactly for where mid 1 is. They tried this before, mid 1. Tornado.
Get the doom off. Where's the dust?
They got it. They found mid 1. BKB, 10 seconds. Triggered off. He's still got the Shrine to fight with. MP going to actually trigger off both Hal and Dogfall. They're coming in to fight this one. Puppy with the smoke screen and the trick to the trade. They bring down Super. There's no Lich ulti in this fight. And even in July, that BKB charge of his, he wanted a kill, but mid 1 has managed to tank the entire
Paparazzi
Doom.
getting
And
low.
Paparazzi, the Lincoln Sphere gets triggered, but he's still able to get his time lapse off back up to full life. A 1-for-1 trade off many BKBs and abilities triggered for it.
Yeah. And mid 1 showing with that BKB able to survive through
Don't turn
that
around, dogfights. There's a 4-star Blink Dagger into Lasso. They'll get the vision, but Yapsol doesn't go for it. It feels too much like a trap.
They're showing the storm up at top 2. That's why Secret was able to engage that anyways and continue to chase through. But man, they really wanted to get that Doom off before that BKB. Manages to dodge everything. It's a 10-second BKB charge expended, but that's not a bad fight for your team.
You stay strong, you stay #1 net worth. Seems to be the good thing for mid 1. And that advantage for IGV, it's really starting to plateau a little bit around just shy of the 4K gold advantage. Experience is at 9K for Team Secret. Every fight which was even just helped Team Secret gain more. Okay, maybe that was a little obvious for the smoke. He just Midas the creep in the mid lane. After they
sometimes, Toby, people don't notice stuff like that.
They pinged it though. IGV pinged it. But they pinged it like half a second after. Like, that creep is dead for no reason. It just keeled over from Sunstroke.
Guys,
now they jump in, Blink Lasso. They're holding the storm inside the smoke screen. Down so fast, even the Doombringer sent up by the Tornado. He'll trigger his BKB, but there's actually no Doom. He'll lose the Gem of True Sight. Back to the other side of the fight. Team Secret haven't lost anything, and they're taking it all from dogfights, burning him down. The Diffuser Blade charge makes it impossible to run away. Weaver, the sole survivor with his TP out. They cannot cancel it in time. But that's 4 heroes lost for IGV, nothing lost for Team Secret, and the Gem of True Sight is now in the hands of Puppy, previous owner, Dogfights.
And Secret completely turned this game around. They've taken the 1K gold lead on the back of such a sick fight. Every time they can jump, they can get the jump first, especially with those cogs. He manages to trap both supports in. Neither of them really able to spellcast the way they want to in a fight like that. And without your Storm, he's your primary damage dealer. Paparazzi still isn't quite strong enough yet. Going for a Hurricane Pike. I mean, if you look at his items, 2 items that are just purely defensive, doesn't really scare the side of Secret. They understand if we blow everything on the Storm and he dies, Doom can't really do much. But now they're going to look for a fight. Roshan is up. They want to try to do mid 1 in the back.
Team Secret were expected to try and contest. Their observer will gather out Paparazzi. Kezu gets the perfect hook shot off Paparazzi. Now inside the pit. Kezu not really happy with taking that much damage, but he's happy to burn the mana off the Weaver. Bit by bit, getting caught by Torrent, also not part of the plan. And then Vortex pulling back over. Flame Break creates a little bit of space, but Clockwork will fall. The EMP burn actually hits no one from IGV. So Roshan not being done, Team Secret bailed out, expecting the contest. And it came.
At the same time, they're going to Shrine. It looks like they want to go for a Roshan of their own. They still have Doom available.
Mid 1's changing the beat. He's pushing down to the bot lane. It's a double damage rune at the bottom. No one actually sees that. There's no
He's going to see it right now.
But this observer was done wonders for Team Secret, and it's done more wonders. They just smoked on top of it. So now the question is for Team Secret, are they in Roshan? Nope, the Forge Spirit's already watching for that, and they know they're coming to gank.
They use the scan as well. They know they're moving upwards. Everyone's going to go on full retreat mode. IGV, the best option to do right now is to go back, double back into the Roche pit, but they're afraid they don't take it that fast, which is a very real concern. So Sakata's just going to shove in this mid lane, and sooner or later IGV should realize this smoke was bunk.
I'm surprised mid one actually didn't continue the pressure on bottom lane. Like, he backed out after they saw the scan triggered that were heading towards the north, and he just instantly rejoined the rest of Team Secret. 4-man smoke up, mid one's the front liner. He needs to push the lane out anyway. And he's pretty damn close to his own Lincoln Sphere.
Yeah, once he gets it, who's going to jump on him? He BKBs, has the Lincolns up available. I guess the way they could do it, Toby, hear me out.
Yeah.
They can Chain Frost because it goes through, and then you Doom, but hold that thought.
Can't Chain Frost when Lich is dead. Drag him back with the lasso right into the middle of the Sunstrike of mid one.
God, how many consecutive kills has it been now for Secret? Despite everything going against him in the early game, their Riki not having that much of an impact.
Hold the phone for the moment. Here comes the bugs. Torrent, here goes Storm Spirit as well, looking for a target. They don't see anyone. Mid one so quickly instead of Ghost Walk. He's got the Tornado available as well. Picks up the Doombringer. They have to get a little bit more distance. Mid one, the BKB is off and triggered. They're trying to kill off mid one. He's target number one, and they've got him through the BKB. The physical damage is still enough, and in July, the cogs from Kezu create so much space and burn so much mana. Invoker does have buyback. Yapsaw X marks, doesn't actually have us right timing. Yapsaw able to blink himself away to safety as Puppey continues the scouting. Everyone's committing for Roshan and no one can do it.
Still, Doom is still available. And without a Blink Dagger, in July is starting to realize, I'm never going to Doom this Invoker. Like, I can chase after him, but he'll pop BKB. Not a whole lot that they can do. They were able to chase him down with right clicks though.
Yapsaw doesn't have Firefly. The rocket will give vision. There's no hook shot. The flame break will kick in, but it's already too late.
Yeah, Sakata has the Aegis now. This is full retreat mode now for Secret. MP is going to get the hell out of dodge.
He was properly committing, like he triggered Shapeshift to be part of that.
I think he just wanted to make sure that he couldn't die. Normally what ends up happening, especially if I'm playing Storm, after you get the Aegis, you're going to try to catch stragglers that we're trying to interrupt that, but everyone just got out full retreat.
So, dodge, evade, Team Secret. Does IG Vitality have the strength that they can force anything more than the tier 2 tower on bottom lane?
I don't even think they want to force the tier 2 tower at bottom lane because it doesn't change the complexion of the game. What you want to do is you want to force the fight here. With the Aegis on Storm, I'm pretty sure he should feel very confident in that they can't kill him twice. Because to kill him once, it requires the Flaming Lasso every time.
But now you're also walking around with double BKBs. They don't know about the one on MP. It only just got bought up. But there's one on mid one as well. And his Lincoln Sphere will be completed at the end of this Ancient Camp. So
that's not damage though, Toby.
That isn't damage. You are correct.
Storm's got that Orchid. He still right clicks for quite a bit. He can wait out that timer. What are you going to do? Lasso the Storm? And Doom, they really need Doom to be committed for anything as Batrider blinks forward, spots him with the gem, understands that they are coming down.
Gee, I can't remember the last time I actually saw Doom have an effect in the fight, which is crazy considering his effect in the first 20 minutes. It was wonderful. Now Yapsaw's going to get some vision on Paparazzi, but that's a trap. Almost everyone from IGV is nearby. The commitment to get that DD. Just in case Puppey was there. They just never know.
Yeah.
I actually gave the gem over too. Puppey's the man holding it now. Now he's finished up a Blink Dagger.
Blink Daggers abound. It's the trick, right? You can do tricks to the trade to blink.
Yep.
Should be safe most of the time. Of course, if he gets gone on with Orchid, it doesn't really matter. He's going to die in 2 seconds.
So the plan is not to get gone on with Orchid. They still have to commit mass entry towards IGV to see this. Because that's their gem Team Secret have possession of.
Yeah, Puppey acting as the mobile ward, saying, this is my life now.
This is my hill, this is mine, and not anyone else's. Yapsaw, not visible to the Remnant. He's just far enough north that Sakata doesn't see him.
Puppey continuing to play the ward role.
He's waiting to see somebody else push up, but no one's doing it.
Yeah. If somebody does, they can just Batrider grip into the silence, and Yapsaw commits the Firefly.
Oh.
Who's he going to get? Doesn't manage to grab anybody. He's getting pinged out now, but
they put down the Tinkerwad. They can see everything in the tree line. That's why he wanted to go for it, but just a little bit too quick for the Kunkka to walk away.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, not going to be able to grab anything. But at the same time, not really a trade as IGV. Again, they're trying to assault this bottom tier 2 tower, but what they really want is try to take a fight off of this.
The Wolves are doing the scouting. They saw the fact the Storm Spirit was sent home. just to deal with the mid lane.
Yeah, Sakata has a DD though, and he's got Aegis. This is probably one of the best opportunities you're going to get at a fight. In July, Invised up, doesn't have a Blink Dagger though. We've seen him not be able to get Doom off for quite some time now.
That ping is
They
perfect.
should know on the side that YapzOr's there. He's going to blink forward.
Oh, he actually got one. He's pulling him back right now. It's the Kunkka. They're trying to remove his big team fight. Hookshot forward, but in July, protected by the BKB. But the issue is Sakata in the back lines. He's already managed to kill off YapzOr, and they're going to find more. MP, he got his revenge. It was dogfights, so it's a 1-for-1 trade-off, but team fight for initiation. In July, call snap, no BKB to protect him.
Right now,
Mid one.
Sunstrike.
That damage is so high.
And he finally gets doomed.
The Lich ulti, it bounces around. They need to get him back towards the shrine, back towards the health. That's what
Everyone's
they're
all
running
in for him here.
Into the home, into the home. They can't get him far enough. No buyback available for 83 seconds. I'm not certain just how much damage IGV can do during this period of time, but you've still got the Aegis Immortal on the Storm.
And with this Aegis, they can play very aggressively off of this Secret. Without the buyback on the Invoker, have to be so careful. The Batrider can't really commit too much either without that Flaming Lasso. He does have buyback available, but how much does that change?
They're just trying to bring down the tier 3 tower right now. This will change the landscape after you're able to bring down the outside shrines, but all you need is the tier 3 tower. 4-star pushing the Storm Spirit into the cloud. Puppey thinking about just beating the Storm Spirit down a little bit, but that's not going to work. Reveals himself for half a second, gets orchided up. He'll end up surviving it.
They know he doesn't have buyback now, because if he had it, the Invoker would have committed it by now. IGV going to feel very comfortable about this push now.
Oh, Kezu, the cogs aren't close enough. YapzOr maybe with the lasso. They do drag the Doombringer all the way back to the tier 4 towers. Paparazzi, he's going in to help out in July, burns the BKB, but MP also shapeshifting, looking for a kill. Sakata so low, but he wants to die. He wants the Aegis Immortal to burn because now he's back to full health, full mana, and where's the jump? It ain't happening. Now it is up towards MP. X-Marks will pull him back in again. Lycan commit his buyback, but he doesn't have BKB, he doesn't have shapeshift, and he doesn't have a bottom lane of racks.
IGV just want to get out of here. Invoker's about to respawn. Lycan not willing to commit that buyback, but that's a full set of racks down, like you said. They know for a fact now that Invoker doesn't have buyback. They killed this Lycan. They get a full set of racks. Nobody really dies. Very good fight for IGV. It was a little bit shaky there, Toby.
Yeah, it was.
They had some shaky moments. They had a very good start.
Would you like to see the canyon is basically what that is?
I would love to see it, as it's just a roller coaster ride of emotions for Secret
they're coming
fans.
back in. In July is looking for a kill. He's got the Gem of True Sight. He knows he's not visible. Okay, now he is. He's in front of a creep wave. And the tier 2 tower is being pushed in by the Invoker. He BT'd up there, so mid one's got no other real choice but to continue the pressure. If they got a little of extra vision, the Rookie is there. Dogfight's going to X-Marks the spot himself for the safety D push. Hoping that YapzOr doesn't jump him.
Yeah, gonna be fine, as all of Secret now made their way up here. They got a free tier 2 tower. IGV in absolutely no hurry to fight Toby. They're not concerned with that too much at all.
Team Secret are. They're looking for anybody who comes out too far. IGV will find a fake Riki.
They must hate him so much right now. That was the second time that's happened this game, if you recall.
I do. But maybe it's just something like personal between IGV and Puppey. Did something happen?
Puppey has been giving them the jukes.
Wait, he gave him the awesome juke on bottom lane, but after that, it's
Toby.
Yeah,
we
Blitz?
remember. Everyone remembers.
Never
forget.
Remember.
Oh, they're gonna grab this ward.
Torrent for vision.
That's good enough.
Mid one's enjoying the time. That's 5 heroes to kill 1 Observer ward. Meanwhile, Alacrity Forge Spirit. That tier 3 tower is not a healthy thing. A 200 damaging Forge Spirit. That's fine. Invoker's balanced.
Oh, he's gonna go for the Doom can target Ancients. No, he's not. He thought about it though. He was pinging. He was like, maybe if I get decent Ancients.
Well, it makes sense, right? Like, but which Ancient would be the best for the Doombringer? You go for the Granite or...
The Granite one's okay. It's probably the best one, actually. I hear the...
Actually, what about, because you can take the Purge, right?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Here we go.
Puppey's gonna break the smoke and blink away.
Was so clowny.
Nuisance number 1 with Storm Spirit. The long jump in. They're still gonna find the kill on
That's
YapzOr.
an even bigger kill.
Oh, my
YapzOr doesn't have buyback.
He tried to buy a little bit of time, but that was all. But reveals the fact the Observer was there, but it timed out in 5 seconds anyway.
That was his, he bought his Ghost Scepter. I don't know if IG are going to feel comfortable enough to go for this, but instead, they're going to X Paparazzi, hit this tower for free. Without a Batrider.
Oh, the Eul Scepter at the perfect time, so X marks spot, can't do his work. Weaver, Cog burning him up. You will be able to hit nicely with the Torrent, so Kezu, not a healthy man. X mark will be used, but there is no follow-up. Meanwhile, in July slips through the non-detection part of the lane, looking to get that side little pick off in
trying to find MP,
and he got the Doom onto MP. He actually got it. Clockwork back to the tier 4 towers. A quick Eul Scepter up, but the Ninja is doing so much work. Mid one surrounded on all sides. The Lycan will buy back, triggering the ulti. They need some exit kills if possible. In July, Diffusal bladed up. They need to hold him there. He's invis. MP can't see him, but the Sunstrike will hit the money from mid one. Dog fights. Ghost buys him time, but now the dog really does fight. Tornado will pick him up. The EMP burn will kill him if the fall doesn't. Or MP will swipe him with his claws. So some revenge kills, but the buyback's committed. It was still the Lycan.
Yeah. And despite all that and their 2 kills, the gold lead does go in favor of IG Vitality because of that buyback on the Lycan and the death on the Clockwork.
It may still be worth it if they can get Roshan.
There's
no buyback for the Kunkka, so they can get the Aegis as well as Cheese. And IG Vitality, it would take a ballsy play from the Storm Spirit to contest it.
You bug into guessing for it.
The Storm's still holding on to the gem. Like, if he was going to go for it, he wouldn't hold the gem.
Nah, he would still do it. Because you just do a quick zip out, see what happens.
The Wolves watching very closely. Paparazzi just forcing the top lane up. And yeah, they're not going to go for anything. They got creep waves to push back the opposite direction. Mid one will take the cheese, and they give the Aegis Immortal to the Lycan. Interesting choice when Shapeshift has that 51-second cooldown time.
Yeah, but at the same time, he used buyback. If he dies once the game ends,
very true.
They know that.
So what? You just run him to the front lines and you let him tank it up.
You never let him run to the... You hope he gets doomed again and survives it, and through the Aegis revives, and maybe they can take a lot out of that. But it does make IGV a little bit more cautious about taking a straight-on fight. At the same time, Secret, there's still a huge window where it doesn't quite overlap. There's going to be a minute period where MP's not going to have this Aegis, and he's not going to have buyback. So it just depends on whether IGV want to just wait that out. They can play this game patient. They're up a set of racks. I think 2 is usually enough to beat a team like this, especially if you look at Secret's lineup. The biggest issue is that they can't really clear Mega Creeps. They don't have the best way to deal with them.
Paparazzi and Yapsor just passed like ships in the night. They can't do anything to stop this shrine from going down.
Yeah, they're just trying to do whatever they can to buy some time, get some free stuff out of the way. Imagine, if you're Secret, you take a fight at that shrine and you lose the game. Pointless. So IGV well aware of that, so they're going to get some free real estate.
Yeah, Observer wards are down. Cicada was able to clean off the high ground, regeneration rune, plus having a fresh Bloodthorn now up. With the 16 Bloodstone charges, it's a happy day for a Storm Spirit. Happy day for probably people with fantasy points.
Oh, it's a happy day for me too, Toby.
19.2 for anyone that backed mid one, but not a lot of people would have backed either of these teams because they only played 2 series today.
Yep. Cicada.
Did they see it? Did they... Because with the death of the trees, they may work out there is, in fact, wards up there.
That'd be... They have an idea.
Oh, in July.
Oh, in July. He's gonna get the...
He's looking for the Doom. What's the target?
Oh, he's gonna get silenced though.
He actually jumped around. It still doesn't matter. The Batrider is down for 72 seconds. MP burned his BKB, and maybe Kezu jumping over the cliffside. They're gonna find him. He's got both the disarm from Halbert as well as Eul Scepter, but he just used his Eul Scepter aggressively to buy some space. But Clockwork so low, turns around. Can he cog and buy some more? Storm Spirit, and he comes underneath the shrine. That's very, very deep. But where's your extra control? The BKB wears off in just a second, but that second is long enough to ball lightning into relative safety.
You gotta be careful. July still has Doom. Secret pinging like crazy. They're saying, wait, please be careful.
Hold.
Just relax.
Hold. Build a wall.
Build a wall.
Okay, this is confidence as well from mid one. BT's down to bottom lane so he can at least push it back out again. But
he's the only one that can do stuff like this.
Yeah, but he revealed his position by doing it.
It's
now
okay.
He's got, like,
IGV's not going to push in for that.
I suppose you've got enough movement speed with Ghost Walk to get back pretty quickly.
So So fast.
Like in July, Mr. Haster and Mr. 550.
They both have 550.
Want to see just a boot race?
I will tell you that 550 to 550, Toby, they're going to be running at the same speed.
That's when it comes down to the talent of the runners. Strategy play, man. Strategy play.
I hate you so much.
I'm waiting for the best foot race ever, bro. Lasts forever. Actually, it lasts as long as Haystring goes on.
This Doom, he's going for a refresher orb.
No, sorry, I broke Blitz. So, double the Dooms, double the BKBs, double the Shivas. It'll take him a while to get there, and he's still got Blink in his quick buy before it. Maybe feeling that the Shadow Blade is no longer getting him into position in the place he wants to be.
Oh, they're emoting, man. They're feeling themselves.
Brutal, savage, defended. Alright, so all the lanes are pushing in nicely for Team Secret, top as well as mid. They're tempering the bottom, mainly because that's the only lane they've lost so far. And IGV, okay, I suppose that's one easy way to defend. Send the Storm Spirit out with X marks a spot.
Do they have any Yules?
They've got one on Kezu. He used it before to actually counter the X marks a spot.
Kezu was the best player in the world. He would be spam clicking that area.
Just to catch him out. And if they actually did that, Storm Spirit would still just have to then burn his BKB and he'd be down from 6 to 5. Alright. Unless you had enough lockdown control, but do they even have that? Like, I suppose at least he doesn't have... Too close. It's too close.
Yaps was like, whatever, bro. Didn't even sweat.
Didn't even look. I was already looking back at base, looking to buy my own Yule Scepter.
You think I care death?
Alright, they haven't worked out that there is an Observer up there. In fact, I just realized too, it's not an Obs and a Sentry, it's 2 Obs. They planted them at exactly the same time.
Huh.
It's just because they're like, oh, hang on, Storm Spirit jumping forward. He's got the gem. So sees Poppy. The silencer's out, but now Blink, Lasso, pulling back the Storm Spirit. Poppy was still going to pop from the Bloodthorn, but the Hawk shot forward. They may kill him. The Gem of True Sight on the deck in July under the cover of his own BKB. The Doom is out, but it's already on dog form MP. They'll burn off the mana, and maybe Refresher Orb is not so great. Refreshers still has enough mana for a secondary Doom. It's on the Invoker. Both the cores
gonna buy back,
but it's worn off on MP.
Watch for the wrong zip.
Comes the Storm! Right through him into the Invoker, moving on to the Lycan. Lycan with no buyback. Invoker will use his, however.
Here's that window of timing that we were talking about, where he's not going to have that buyback available. It's only 30 seconds though. IG Vitality, they had to commit that Storm buyback, so they're going to be a little bit scared about this. Doesn't have the highest mana pool left over either. And mid one did the correct thing, by the way, Toby. He knows he has to buy back no matter what, so he immediately blows it.
Yep.
So that timer immediately goes back on that clock ticking.
The Lycan will also have buyback by the time the fight happens. It's 3 seconds before it comes off cooldown.
Yeah, and IGV, they don't have either
the money. Alright, Yapsol needs the Blink Lasso, but he doesn't have Firefly. It's now wearing off. Mid one will create space with EMP Tornado. Puppy wants to hold him there. That's the reason why the smoke screen came out. 4 staffs. So many available for IGV to defend. Well, this wouldn't be the first time I've seen Team Secret try and defend against Megas if it does happen to them.
Oh.
They had that 1 hour game on day 1 where that happened. Of course, the result then wasn't too great for them.
They lost Empire, right?
Yes.
Resolution?
But yeah, Empire was... Yeah, that was the first day.
That was the Luna game.
Okay, then it wasn't the game I cast. There must have been another one. I'm trying to remember their first one. I think their first one was actually... oh, that's right. It was Infamous. It was
that wasn't the first game of the day.
It was the first game of the day I cast.
It was the first game
Secret.
Okay. Because they played Empire first.
Yep.
In any case, Secret. They're only 1 Rax down. Of course, in Dota lately, 1 racks means absolutely nothing. Buybacks are what's important, Toby.
12.5 grand, 8k experience. We'll scrap that.
Ah, that's fine.
Yeah.
You've seen secret win fights when they get the Batrider initiation.
Yeah.
They kill the
Roshan,
Storm.
though.
They force that buyback. This Aegis is going to be huge.
Yep.
Aegis on Storm, Toby, is the best pairing.
Clockwork Rocket needs to fire right now, though. And they're going bottom.
They're trying to work their way around.
Here goes your rocket. So the rocket's going to hit up. No, it actually
pushing
flies
the
to
top.
top lane. They don't even care about Roshan. It's like they're trying to get the better fight and make it so the Aegis and cheese doesn't matter.
The Aegis and cheese definitely matters, though. This Aegis,
They've still got the
especially
cheese
on
on
Cicada,
mid one. Like, they've still got that advantage on themselves.
Yeah, they don't have the buyback on them, though, so this is a pretty big commitment for a
In July.
fight. They want to get the jump off.
Firefly is up. Yapsol's looking for the target.
Watch for this bad.
And now they see Super. They'll grab the Lich, pull him down. They need to kill him off very, very quickly. And have they done it? Super is still way too tanky.
And IGV, they want to go for this fight. BKBs have been committed.
They're
but it's
leaving.
a full retreat.
Team Secret are out as fast as they entered. Like, this is like frickin' like Panzer through the trees. Kill them and then just move on to the next target.
Very fast fight, though.
Yep.
They're spamming, though. They're saying, everyone's missing, guys, be careful. Kazu doesn't want to throw this game.
Oh. Mid one, though, wants to get that little bit of extra money. He's very close to finishing up his Octarine.
A very worthwhile purchase for him. Especially since he won't have buyback for the next 4 minutes anyways.
Yeah, he might be able to give the cheese to the Lycan. Like, Lycan can drop his Hand of Midas during the fight. He's already looking to finish up his Assault Cuirass.
Lycan does have buyback, though.
Yeah, he doesn't have buyback.
Lycan
Oh,
does
sorry,
have.
he does have buyback. Yeah, you're right.
Invoker doesn't.
Because then, like, we see the balls of mid one. Does he want Octarine?
Just do it.
Oh, if he doesn't have, if his buyback's on cooldown, may as
Yeah,
well.
might as well. He's gonna farm that gold up.
He sold his
has
Hand of
4
Midas
minutes.
for it.
Yeah, he has 4 minutes to farm. He has 4 minutes to farm 1,800 gold. That's no problem.
Easy.
Yeah.
And then just hold the lane. He went for the negative 18-second cooldown timer on the Tornado. So every 9 seconds you can de-push the wave. The high ground defense is actually really, really nice. If they don't get caught out. Which is difficult when you're up against a Storm Spirit and a Doombringer who's slipping through the bottom lane.
Spam ping mid lane.
He actually committed everything onto that Storm. He's got both the
IGV.
Aegis and the cheese on him.
Paparazzi, they see him.
They got double the Doom up again.
They definitely know, by the way, that the heroes are there because they know that this Weaver doesn't have a gem. They're gonna go in through the south side where they think that Secret are blind.
Wait, did Puppy see him? Yeah. They're putting the Observer Ward down. Puppy can see.
They're gonna rock it.
He's got the Gem of True Sight.
He blinks even further into the base,
Where
and
are you-
IGV should know that this effort is over.
Where is he going? he actually ball lightning
Oh,
up the
here we
tree
go.
lines. Oh, Liquor's Sphere! He tried to use
went
the
the
force.
wrong way.
Yeah, he tried to use Force Staff into Lasso, but he lassoed into... Well, actually, no, there wasn't even a Force Staff effect.
He lassoed into force.
Oh, boy.
That's rough.
Yeah. Well, Tornado can still buy more space. The creep wave's pushing in nicely on the top once more.
Now they know that lasso's down, though.
That's a double catapult wave to the tier 3 tower, but Team Secret, I don't know if IGV are going to be concerned enough about just a creep wave.
Lasso! Alright, so there's a time window of 18 seconds. They know that mid one doesn't have buyback for 2 minutes.
Doom's TPing back. They're too worried about the top lane. Oh no,
They're
they're
just gonna X
X-marking it.
They're gonna X him, it's fine.
Does he have enough? I suppose if he raises the army of the dead, sure.
Nah, look. He's just gonna Shivas them all away. He's back here now. Yapsor does have his ultimate up again. They're gonna go for an X-Marks shenanigans with Paparazzi. He's gonna get halberded though by Kazu immediately.
He Hurricane piked one of the Forge Spirits to get out.
Buyback is still on cooldown for mid one though. He's
Yep.
gotta be incredibly careful here.
Oh, here's your jump forward, long jump in. They got the Doom. It's over on the Lycan. Remember, Lycan does have that buyback available,
Should
so he can
commit it
trigger
now.
it now. In fact, that's exactly what he does. Cicada, very, very low on mana, has the Aegis Immortal. Puppy in, Trick to the trade, starting it off. Yapsor, there's your lasso. They need
This
to pull
is an
Storm
Aegis
Spirit
Storm.
into a bad position. The tier 4 towns be exactly that position. They burn the Aegis Immortal, but is there more control? Is there another controlling factor to stop the Storm Spirit from doing exactly that? A quick jump out, the yours is over on the Weaver. Puppy, smoke screen, now maybe a little bit more trouble, but double 4-stars, gets the Weaver out of trouble. Mid one, he's actually the man having to fight under the cover of his own BKB. In July holds him here, and now the Chain Frost going to work work
Oh,
on
it's
top of
bouncing.
Team Secret. They can't escape fast enough, even though the ice wall has kept IGV close, and these tornadoes up in the air. They got a great vision of the fight, but now they come down to do the damage. MP will fall, and it's Cicada backlines looking for any kill he can get. Another tornado putting him up and towards the air. The Sunstrike's on the money. Paparazzi so low. Kenzu will actually cleave him out with his little troll moving in for another kill. Cicada has to jump. The Shiva's guard clips him, so he's slowed up a little bit. No hook shot available. Another jump out. Cicada's got the distance. He's got the speed. Well, actually, not a lot of the speed, but he's got a regeneration rune. The best rune he could have asked for. The movement speed up. The ball lightning down the hill away. He can pick up another one. The definitely blast from mid one can't reach. He's desperately clawing, trying to find an opening, but it just does not exist for the Invoker.
And all it cost them is paparazzi for that set of racks. Their tier 4 towers in this mid lane getting beat on as well. Secret trying to force something, trying to
The buyback?
Yeah, they want to get this Weaver to try to buy back, or at least scare him, but I mean, if you lose the Lycan one more time, the game effectively ends. Buyback is available in just 6 seconds for mid one though, so they can't afford to lose him as
In July's moving forward.
he's got the gem. He doesn't want to quite commit up the hill though without any vision.
Yep. Team Secret have to come back anyway. They've lost a tier 4 tower. The Creepway's pushing in through the bottom. They're forced into recovery mode now.
Yeah, no big rush for IGV, but man, imagine if he doesn't find that regen rune. He could have just been chased down. Maybe they can with 2 cores down.
They would have been able to force one buyback
Yes,
at
they
least.
force at least one buyback, and then from there, the game resets again. Because once we talked about it, it's not a game of racks anymore, it's a game of buybacks.
Yep.
You're just hitting the racks because it's a way of forcing the fight.
Oh boy. The Storm Spirit's preparing himself as well for the split game. BT's now purchased. Finally got rid of the treads. Took him 59 minutes to do so.
It's such a good item though on Storm. The attack speed on Storm is so underrated.
Well, I suppose he can just keep farming and get himself a moon shard.
It's my favorite thing to do, Tobes.
Buy items on a Storm Spirit. Blitz's favorite thing to do.
This is my 6 slot.
Not exactly this item build. You wouldn't change anything.
If it was a pub, I wouldn't have this BKB.
But in a professional game.
In a professional game, Toby. In a game where there are stakes aside from MMR, the long zip goes nowhere. That would be...
Yeah, what would you get?
I don't even know.
Would you even get Disable? Hang on, what is this? Blitz
You
would
never
like to
get-
recommend
you never-
items in a shop? What are you doing, Blitz?
Oh, that's an accident.
Yeah, don't click that. Don't click that stuff.
That's an
Blitz would
accident.
like to recommend an item on a Storm Spirit.
I don't know why. I don't know why he did that. I'm really sorry for the rest of the broadcast that had to see that.
Oh, it's great. The great thing is because it's also on a sign. Actually, it goes out to everyone anyway.
Misclick.
Yep. Whoops. Hey. Paparazzi. Puppy again. Putting that gem to good use. Suggestions for Blitz and now close.
I didn't click anything, by the way.
Blitz will no longer be taking your suggestions, ladies and gentlemen. He's made up his mind.
That was happenstance.
I didn't even know that was a feature.
I didn't know it was either.
It's a feature by the looks of it.
I don't know what I clicked. I can't replicate that.
Well, I believe we've now discovered a feature inside of Dota 2 that none of us knew about.
I have no idea what just happened.
That's actually a great idea. Everyone suggests me an item.
I'm so sorry.
You've just done a community service, Blitz.
I did.
No one knew about that.
I'm sure other people knew about that.
In July, okay, back to the focus of the game. So there's one hero who's not here. That's Storm Spirit, a long way up on the north. Observer and Sentry is pretty safe. Dogfights actually force-staffing himself up, looking for a target. Yabsaw, they found it. Does he get up the hill? He's just far enough up. Yabsaw goes there all protected, but not from the Storm Spirit. Slices in with lightning. They're looking for another pickoff. It's Kezu. You also have to defensively up. Hook shots out towards Puppy. Needs some more distance, however. The smoke screen may help provide that. The cogs are down, trapping Puppy in for half a second. The clock works down. No buyback available. Shapeshift has been triggered as well. Team Secret on the ropes.
Is there any sort of buyback? There's 2 available.
Yeah,
actually, there's 1 available.
Invoker and Batrider.
Yeah,
they're the ones with buyback.
Clockwork has none. IGV, they smell blood. Yeah, I want to go for this right now. They're hitting this tower. They're going to force the buyback. It's going to be a 4-on-5 fight. Doom pops that BKB. He's got the refresher and the double Doom.
Yapsol needs this. He needs this
He needs the
pickup.
opportunity.
He's looking at the Doombringer. Blink Lasso. Falstaff's going to drag him in. The Sunstrike doesn't need anybody else coming through, but the Meteorite still able to connect over on the Doombringer. But in July, BKB protects him from the burn. He actually burnt the Refresher just so he could hit that.
Run away,
BKB doesn't have the secondary Doom. Hasn't even triggered the first one yet. Trick to the trade out. Cicada. BKB, for him, is going to wear off right now. So a lot of immunity down. The Tornado almost catches him before the jump. Would have been difficult to have a follow-up, but Team Secret keep their top ranks intact. It cost a buyback on Yapsol, however. But we have to remember, he's still the support hero.
Yeah, still no important deaths on the side of Team Secret. They still have this mid one.
Roshan, the Sunstrike's going to connect over on dogfights. Quick rocket, they're coming over, they're going to try and contest.
They can't let Cicada get it again.
Here comes your Tornado flying through. It picks up over on the Kunkka. They find the Lich out of position. Can he actually get that ulti off? No, the silence is there. Kezu hookshot's forward, isolates the Doombringer, and there goes your Invoker. A quick buyback. He needs to BT back into this fight. He's doing it to the Wolves inside the pit, allowing Mid-1 to come in through the rear. He wants to fight. He wants to kill off somebody. Doombringer's BKB's already back off cooldown. Kezu, he's hook-shotting away the Mid-1. He's trying to do this solo in the mid. 1-on-2, or 2-on-2. There's your hit pickup. Yapsol blinks up. He'll find one. Your buyback comes in from the Kunkka, and they're on the run. Where is the support? Cicada, he's going for it. He's going for the grip. Yapsol needs to help out. Invoker can't die again, or else that's practically the game. Kezu has dragged the creep wave off. Paparazzi's bringing down the tier 3 tower with an absolute fury of swipes. And Team Secret have 3 heroes down with no buybacks, and they call the GG.
And once again, Secret split another series.
They haven't taken a 2-0 yet. It is Empire, Infamous, TNC, and now IG Vitality, who have drawn with Team Secret. The only team to actually wipe them was LGD, who 2-0'd them.
Secret, though, they had so many different opportunities to try to come back into this game. IGV, though, were so resilient. And the name of the game, Toby, was those Roshans.
Yep.
Once they got the Aegis on the Storm, they just simply did not have enough to blow them up. They had to commit buyback after buyback. At that Rosh fight, they understood. They're saying to themselves, okay, guys, if we give away this Aegis, that's mega creeps. We can't do much about it. We just have to go for it. I agree with their play. I commend them for trying, but they simply just did not have enough in the gas tank to kill that Storm twice.
They really didn't, and that's going to be the game. Team Secret now are at 4 points after 5 rounds of matches. This is not a good position for them this